Students, good morning. I welcome you all for commerce class. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 5 part 2, that is characteristics of partnership, advantages of partnership and disadvantages of partnership. So far we have completed Hindu undivided family and definition of partnership. Students, listen carefully because it will be easy for you while learning. We'll start with characteristics. Characteristics means already I've told you this features. So how a partnership will be. So what is the features of partnership business? First one is contractual relationship. The relationship that exists between the partners must be contractual. Contractual means the persons who are competent to make a contract, to enter into contract, to make agreement. So that is termed as contractual relation. So here it has been mentioned that partnership is a result of an agreement which may be oral or in writing. So before when partners start the business, start the firm, they will start with an agreement. This agreement may be oral agreement or written agreement. So written agreement is better, far better in order to avoid misunderstandings in future. So consequently, persons not competent to contract cannot enter into partnership firm. That is, the persons who are minor in sense below the age of 18. So those persons cannot enter into contract. Next characteristics is plurality of persons. As you know, sole trader form of organization, sole means single person. So single person, when he is running a business, it is termed as sole trader form of organization. But in case of partnership, the word itself denotes partners, that is more than one person. So two or more persons, when they do a business, it's termed as partnership, as already you know. So same way here, partnership is an outcome of agreement. So minimum number of persons required to form a partnership is 2. Maximum is restricted to 10 in case of banking business and 20 in case of other business. Next characteristics is existence of business. Business in partnership firm will exist only if it carries lawful business or a profession. If there is no business, then means there is no partnership. Example, if a person's they are running a club or charitable association, it will not be termed as partnership business. Next characteristics is sharing of profits. So here the partnership business must be carried on with a view to earn profit. Normally business itself means what? The motive of business itself is to earn profit only. Same way here also it is the motive of earning profit. After earning profit, the profit must be shared among the partners as prescribed in the agreement. So agreement is mentioned in order to do business and not any philanthropic activities. Philanthropic activities means like charitable trust, as already I told. If an agreement is carried on in order to undertake philanthropic activities, it will not constitute partnership because here profit motive is completely absent. Next characteristics is mutual agency. Partnership is a form of agency relationship. It is the main characteristics of partnership. Since a business is to be carried on by all or any of them acting for all, each partner acts simultaneously as a principal and an agent. It means a partner himself act as a principal. Principal means owner as well as an agent. Agent means worker. For example, if there are two partners A and B running a partnership firm, means A will be acting as a principal, owner as well as a worker. B as well will be a owner as well as an worker. Suppose for example, if A is absent, in case of his absency, B will be acting as a owner as well as an agent in the partnership firm, doing all the works in the partnership firm of organization. The main reason is to the outsiders he will be a principal, while to the other partners he will be an agent. Students, that's all about characteristics of partnership, there are 5 characteristics. Once again, I will tell one by one. Contractual relationship, plurality of persons, existence of business, sharing of profits, mutual agencies. Next, we'll move on with advantages of partnership firm. The first advantage is easy formation. So partnership form of organization is very easy to form. What is required is just agreement, which can be oral or in writing. Registration of partnerships is also optional only. So registration is not compulsory in case of partnership form of organization. Further, even if a firm wants to get itself registered after starting the partnership form of organization, if it wants to get registered, that also will be very easy and simple. Next advantage is availability of larger resources. Larger resources refers to capital, large capital. So here the combined capital of all partners and the greater borrowing capacity make available larger financial resources for the partnership form of organization. For example, if there are 3 partners, each partner is investing 1 lakh means, so total amount will be 3 lakhs, but it will not be possible in case of sole trader form of organization. Sole trader form of organization, only single person, if he invests 1 lakh, with the 1 lakh only he can run the business. So this is more advantageous in case of partnership form of organization. New partners also can be taken into partnership in order to secure more capital, as a result of which expansion of the business unit becomes feasible. Feasible means becomes easy, becomes very simple. Next advantage is benefit of consultation. If there are 2 heads or more than 2 heads, it is better to take decisions. So there is a saying like this: 2 heads are better than 1. So wise decision can be possible when there are 2 persons or more, in order to take decisions related with the issues like business matters, which has to be thoroughly discussed. There is no place for hasty decisions. Hasty in sense wrong decisions, or which is the decisions which is not suitable for the business, or the decisions which brings loss to the business form of organization. So such hasty decisions are not possible when there is a discussion takes place in order to take a good decision. Next advantage is division of work and greater managerial efficiency. So here 2 or more persons starting a business means the work can be easily divided among the partners in order based on their experience, knowledge and taste. For example, one partner can look after purchases, another can look after sales, and another can even look after accounting work, etc. Thus, when the burden is lightened, supervision by each partner over the allocated area of management becomes effective and efficient. But this is not possible in case of sole trader form of organization. So here, this partnership form of organization ensures greater managerial efficiency. Next advantage is reduced risk. The risk of each partner is reduced considerably, since the loss obtained in the partnership form of organization is shared by all the partners who are participating in this organization. Next advantage is more credit standing. Credit standing in sense they can borrow more from the suppliers and banks. For example, the creditors can give more loans because they can get back the loan from the personal properties of the partners. Thus, high credit rating helps the partnership firm of organization to borrow more funds from banks and other financial institutions. Next advantage is safeguard of the minority interest. For all the vital matters means serious matters. So unanimous consent of each partner is required in such case. If there is no unanimity, such decisions are not accepted. For example, if a matter is to be discussed within that particular day means it has to be discussed among all the partners together. If suppose in case of absence of one partner, the decision which is be taken will not be accepted. Next advantage is easy dissolution. So we have started this advantages of partnership form of organization with easy formation, and we are ending up with easy dissolution. Easy formation means formation of partnership form of organization. Easy dissolution means closure of partnership form of organization. So closure of partnership form of organization is also very simple and feasible. But only thing, in case of dissolution of partnership firm, at will means 14 days of notice by a partner in this connection is regarded. No legal hurdle. Hurdle means no legal obstacle is there for dissolving the firm. That's all about the advantages of partnership firm, students. Next, we'll move on with disadvantages of partnership firm. If there is advantages means there will be disadvantages also. If there is positive reasons means there will be negative reasons. Same way here we are going to see about disadvantages. The first disadvantage is lack of harmony. Lack of harmony means peace. So lacking in peace in case of partnership form of organization. After few years of working, friction and disharmony may creep in. May creep in means may enter inside the business firm. Each partner vies with one another in dishonest dealings. Vies in sense that is they are not mingling with each other with peace and harmony. This mutual conflict and lack of team spirit pave the way for dissolution of the firm. So when there is misunderstanding is created among the partners, it results in closure of the business firm. Next disadvantage is absence of legal status and instability. Instability in sense it will not be stable. Partnership business depends upon the partners for its existence. So partnership firm has no separate legal existence. It is inseparable from the partners composing it. So when the partner die or if the partner become insolvent, the partnership firm may come to an end. Next disadvantage is limited resources. The maximum number of partners in case of partnership firm is 10 in case of banking business and 20 in case of other businesses. In actual practice, the number will be well below this maximum because of the need for ensuring harmonious working. It means normally in actual practice the number will be less in case of partnership form of organization in order to avoid lack of harmony in working of the business firm. So in view of this, only limited resources are available. Modern large scale enterprise which require huge capital outlay cannot be started in case of partnership with limited partners. Next disadvantage is limited risk taking. With the danger of unlimited liability of the partners, they will be very cautious, sometimes over cautious in order they will not take risk in starting new ventures. Next disadvantage is risk of implied authority. Implied authority means one partner will be responsible for other partners. Every partner can bind the firm and other partners by its acts. That means if a partner does wrong things means it will affect other partners also. Therefore, all other partners become liable to a great extent because of the folly and fraud committed by a fellow partner. Suppose one partner is doing fraudulent activities or he has brought in such a risk because of his insensible acts. Such risk will be borne by all the partners. The last disadvantage is lack of public confidence. As its accounts need not be audited and published, it lacks public confidence. Here, in case of partnership form of organization, auditing will not be done as it is not registered. So, it will lack public confidence. It means the society, the public will not rely on such type of business organization. With this, today's portion gets over. That is characteristics of partnership form of organization, advantages and disadvantages of partnership form of organization. Thank you, students.